What's going on, guys?
What's going on?
Welcome to the last game of the Swedish Championship, man. With me, as always,
Co-host Dave.
and co-host Dave is a bit tired, man.
Co-host Dave has been awake for nearly, what is it? 18 hours.
Wake the fuck up, man.
God damn it, I'm falling asleep in this bitch.
Come a little bit closer.
Come on, closer.
So far it's been going good. My goal was to be above average, and at the moment I'm at 52 points, so I'm above average.
Yep.
So I'm really happy. Like regardless of these games go, how these games go, yeah, I will be satisfied basically. Let's see who I'm up against. Son.
Tomb Kings.
Tomb Kings.
How could have I known?
This time I
But
got it
is
right.
Our Tomb Kings play or another one?
How did you know so fast? Was it a good song?
Desertly one.
It's not our Tomb Kings player from our club.
Okay.
Like I mentioned in the pre-tournament video, it's like 8 people from our club here. This is another one, but sorry, I'm eating.
Chilling nuts.
This is I have faced him before a couple of times actually.
Really?
Yeah, he's a really nice guy. I would consider him my friend. And I think he would too.
I would consider him my best buddy.
No, but I was really happy. Actually, we talked like after game 4 and knew we were really close in points. It was like, shit, we might end up against each other. He was like, basically, it was really friendly. It was like, yeah, it will be a great last game. You know, we know each other. We don't have to face like a crazy T guy.
Yeah.
But he has a, you know, I already don't like them Sphinxes, but he got some stuff in his list, man, that scares me. He was like, yeah, I got some stuff, man. I see. I was like, I see your stuff, man.
I can see across the room.
And he was like, you got some stuff too. I was like, yeah, but my stuff ain't hard as your stuff.
My stuff isn't as stuffy as your stuff is.
Man, you'll see what I'm talking about, man. Okay, last game. Shit, I'm hyped. What do you think they were? I'm gonna like if either of us win big, we place high. But if we lose, it's like we did good, we did fine.
Yeah, you did fine. But you want to place higher.
Yeah. Can I go higher? So basically, what he did, like all the Undying Dynasties lists, they always bring Shabties. Sphinxes. That's like
Show his
they are
face,
so
goddammit, man.
they're so fucking good. But what he did, it was like, you know, we talked about before, go big or go home lists.
Yeah,
This was
the biggest of them all.
like a big go. You go like, not really. It's kind of safe, but okay. Basically, he has no magic. He has
But
no.
show his list, goddammit. We can't see.
He has no magic. No shooting. He just
Fights.
He just fights, man.
With his bare hands.
So what he did, because Undying Dynasties there aren't very many that have that on. It's pretty expensive to build. But it's strong, so I don't think it's because.
Would you
really
say it's a rich man's army?
it's a rich man's army, man? Those fucking people. No, so like usually you don't face them a lot. Yeah, but what he did, he has a terracotta army. Have you ever faced a terracotta army?
I have not, but very interesting.
Indeed, it is.
Indeed.
First time for me as well. So what he has, okay, I'm gonna end on this unit. Okay, we start with the rest. So he has one Battle Sphinx. Next to them, he has one Dread Sphinx, and in front here it's 7 Shabties with Rending banner,
Yeah.
full command, I think. And here he has another Dread Sphinx, and it's 2 units of 10 skeleton cavalry. So they have vanguard, but they don't scout. They aren't light troops. 4-up armor.
They're
save.
basically light cavalry, right? Like the 3-up
Yeah.
armor save kind.
Yeah, 4-up. I think these guys have.
Okay.
So, what I think they're like in. You know what they are? They are a rich man's shaft.
Rich for a rich man's army, a rich man's shaft.
Indeed.
Like this guy.
And and they are also like, okay, they're a bit expensive than shaft, but they are scoring. So like I can imagine in Capture the Flags you need to like hide them, but in every other game they're like good scoring. Like when you deal with Shabties and everything else, you ignore them.
Yeah.
And his main block is 6 chariots from core. They are have the upgrade, so they are +1 strength, and with Terracotta they are +1 toughness.
The toughness 5.
Toughness 5.
Oh.
So just the unit has toughness 5. They got lethal strike from Undying Will and weapon skill 5. And then he has 2 pharaohs in there, and they with Terracotta they are toughness 6. So they are basically monsters. And one of them, so it's 2 lords. He kitted both of them out like crazy. So one of them, the general, has a 5-up ward save and Godslayer, cool name. It's a great weapon in enchantment that gives him strength 7 and multiple wounds 2 against anything with an Aegis, even if it's a conditional Aegis. So even if it's just let's say I have a Dragonfire again, it's multiple wounds against you. And
even if the Aegis wouldn't necessarily be activated against that weapon. Oh, and doesn't it also have a divine?
And divine attacks.
He's a Godslayer.
Godslayer. And he also got. You know what? I'm so intrigued by this list. We're gonna look some stuff up, man. It's easy to find because it's at the end here. Ankh of
Alan. See you.
Alan. Oh, sorry, not meant to show your name here.
We cut it off.
Oh,
That was
what the fuck does Ankh of Naptesh do? It gives the unit 6-up region, I think. No, that's second shit. Fuck, man, we're going off track. We're gonna.
We already saw his name. Jesus Christ.
Going off script here, man. Shit.
We're doing it live.
It's the last game, man. Let's build up the hype, okay? Let's know what stuff.
Yeah,
does.
true. If you, the viewers, has watched all the videos, which you should have until now, the last video is very short. So please.
Yeah, we make. Okay, so Ankh of there. Bear gains Hierophant and unit gains. Oh, I think, yeah, because you need to have a Hierophant in the army.
Sure.
And bear gains 6-up region. Okay, I got it. Okay, so that's the first Pharaoh. Next one has he has an item that gives him 6 wounds, 2+ wounds. So if toughness 6 wounds, and he also has an item that gives the unit stubborn, so he crumbles half. And since he is a soul statue, he crumbles 1 less. So let's say I win by 6. They crumble 2.
Alright. But with no means of raising.
No means of raising. And he has shield breakers, so AP 6. Oh, indeed. So basically, he did what I did, and run double Chariot Lords, but he did it better.
God damn.
And he has 3 Sphinxes to complement.
Two
Uh,
Dread Sphinxes.
and a Battle Sphinx. But okay, I'm not saying at all his list is OP. He has 0 shooting.
But you're not
Yeah.
saying it's not OP either.
No. He has 0 shooting. He has 0 shaft. He has 0 magic.
Yeah.
So he invested. He went balls to the walls, and I can respect that.
Yeah, we respect that kind of. I was about to say authority, but it's not. Commitment
Yeah, it's
to
like
one face.
I would say he's like conviction, like belief.
In pure close combat.
Okay, we went. Please God, say I played. Yeah, I played. Okay, so that's the army.
Alright.
Let's skip to like an overview. Do we have an overview, please?
Slides.
Why don't we should have an overview? Is this the first pick? It's not fuck. Thank you. All right, so this is an overview. You know what my army does. The deployment here was. Could it have been frontline again? Could it have been down? No. It was on one of those where you had to go back and forth for the first 3. Really annoyed me. So it's probably. What's that called? Marching columns.
Oh, that one.
Marching columns and
You begin from one end to the next.
yeah.
Yeah, alright. Yeah, that's true. You haven't played as United.
And breakthrough.
Deployment.
So objective is breakthrough. What's your professional prediction here?
Alright. Let me start with this. I really like you as a friend. I wish you all the best. But I really like his list to win. So I hope he wins. But my prediction.
By how much?
No, but seriously now. And if I do a quick analysis, your shooting will probably prove to be quite ineffective unless you get flaming swords off, which I hope he knows. Your close combat capabilities, especially the flame wardens, will be neglected also, since he's like toughness 5 across the board. It looks quite dark for you. But I want to give it a 10-10, man. Wouldn't that have been like an epic finish or a good tournament?
Sure would be, man. We're both playing like gents and trying our best.
Trying our best and both succeeding in their own rights. A glorious ending, which will never happen, by the way. But we hope.
Alright, 10-10, you heard it here first. Okay, so the way it went, like, usually I'm pretty comfortable with going back and forth a little bit and then dropping everything. Here, I really didn't want to do that because like, I got to pick sides, so I picked bottom, just because I knew there were gonna be a Mexican standoff between my 2 princes and his chariot unit, and a heal just to get reroll charge ranges.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind in a Mexican standoff. The only trick is I'm not even sure, even if I get the charge, if I want to charge. Just because, yeah, okay, great, I get the charge, but it's like, okay, if my general is in contact with his general, I can turn off Godslayer, but his other Pharaoh can shoot through armor. So I want to turn off Shieldbreaker too. Like optimal scenario is I go in, my guy with regen is in contact with his general, so Godslayer won't affect him, and I can turn off Shieldbreaker. That's optimal scenario. But odds are the one who charges won't get to choose, because like if he doesn't charge, he reforms.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And if I don't charge, I reform. And he like so.
And vice versa. Yeah.
So if I charge with the wrong setup, I don't know if I like. if I even win that. And that's what I got. Like I need like let's even if I get the charge. Like if, you know what I mean. So basically, I'm like I need to get the charge or just stall or do some or just blow through his line, like charge a Sphinx and blow through it, and reform. But when we go back and forth, like since I picked sides, he drops first, so he can guarantee that he gets first turn, but I still need to drop 3 units, and like every unit I feel counts here, because if I drop some shooting, he can make sure like my shooting doesn't have optimal like
vision.
Yeah, and if I drop like some combat, like I don't wanna. In this matchup I wanna drop everything, or he to drop everything and counter deploy like in a fucking corner or something.
Yeah.
So it was like that, and he dropped like he dropped like a cav unit. I dropped my reavers. He dropped like another cav unit. I dropped my archers. So that's why they are both way off there. And then he dropped like a Sphinx, and at least that Sphinx was like within line of sight for shooting. So I dropped rest of my shooting like so. But I really want, for me, big thing. The thing I could do in deployment was basically, am I gonna go left of the hill or right of the hill? My chariots are gonna be on the hill regardless.
Yeah.
And if I'm on the left on the hill, I was like, he can rust my chariots with a lot of other stuff. So his chariot star can rush my army. So I went like this, so he can't really reach my chariots with anything. So my chariots will like get to charge if he advances.
Alright.
So I went like this. Only like not optimal is to the right. That piece of terrain, that's impossible. So he has a big piece of impossible there. He can use to protect himself from shooting. So not optimal. He got first turn. It looks like so. So in his first turn, he's actually very, very cautious. So this is probably just vanguards though. Let's see if he's really that cautious. So he vanguards up a little bit. Basically, those units want to get into my deployment zone, but they are in no rush. They just need to be there for the end of the game for breakthrough.
Yep.
So as long as my spearman stands there, he won't advance. But then my spearman won't help the rest of the army. I vanguarded my reavers like so. And he moves very cautious. Like he don't march up with the chariot star or something like that. He respects my chariots. All of the Sphinxes says fuck you to me and use the piece of impossible, of course. Well played by him. So he only had moved like one of the Sphinxes I can see with all my shooting. I think maybe he got cover from one bolt. No, I think no cover. Except my archers, because they are way off. What he did with his chariot star was like, I'm not gonna advance this turn, so he just moved them so they can shoot the reavers to get some points.
Alright.
So I was like, okay, I didn't think he would do that, but it makes sense. So he kills the reavers in his first turn. Rest looks like so. No magic, no shooting. So going into my turn. Yeah, then dead. So of course I put all my shooting to kill a Sphinx. I don't get I take Quicksilver Lash because I want everything that can wound a Sphinx. So I don't take Raven Sling. He lets Quicksilver Lash through, and it does 0 wounds. I was hoping for 1, 2 if I'm lucky. And rest of the shooting does, I think, 2 wounds to the Sphinx. So that's my turn 1. So my shooting here looks like so. So his turn 2 moves like so. So the chariots angle back up, and he makes sure, so no, I can't target any of his sphinxes, and my spearmen are in a really bad spot. So he angles all of them to see. Basically, I think like I can't see his sphinx to the left, and the two others are like maybe 8 charge or something like that. So I can charge, but it's far. His scoring is behind them. So basically, he can, next turn he can triple charge them if he wants to, and fuck them up. His shared star, hang tight. He stays there. Like, you see, my unit has moved up a little bit.
Yeah.
It's basically, my unit has one more. No, we have the same movement, I think.
Yeah, I think you do.
Yeah. So I move up to I think I'm giving him an 11. I'm giving him an 11 or 10. 10 seems risky. Tempting him to try to charge, and he backs up. He keeps it at outside of 18. So he moves like so, and that's basically it. So in his turn 2, I don't think he doesn't kill anything. He just moves. My turn 2, I put, since I can't target any sphinxes, so I put all my shooting into. Oh, you can see also his turn 2. He's shooting target Queen's Guard instead.
Yeah. Oh.
So he killed. Looks like 6 Queen's Guard. So my turn 2. Everything targets Chariots, and I kill 2. Yeah, I do 2 wounds, 1 or 2 wounds. Basically, here it's gonna skip to my turn 3. So what I'm gonna say is, from here, let's look at this. Yeah, exactly. That must have been my. Okay, basically, this is my turn 2 before movement, okay?
Alright.
So here I'm seeing, okay, at the moment, he can charge everything into my spearman. I can't do anything about it, and I'm losing.
Yep.
He will even get the objective. So I have to do something drastical to turn it. So what I do is I march the Flame Wardens up max, because even though he's with this move he puts really big pressure on me.
Yeah.
But I still think he should have turned 1 Sphinx just to because now if I march up, none of his Sphinx can help him out. He only have Shabties and Chariots, so he has to commit one of them to my Flame Wardens if I march up.
Yeah.
So I march up full, knowing like, okay, if Shabties charge, I win. If Chariot charge, I lose. I might stick, I probably stick on a grind, but even if I stick or not, I will get a counter charge. He doesn't have he doesn't have chaff or anything like that. So I'm like, okay, I need to apply pressure because I'm losing. So I march up, and it works because he had triple charge on my spearman, and to counter my move, or I can also say in my turn I move. He moved back with his chariots. I moved up a little bit to be at 18. So I give him a 10 in charge.
Alright.
And I move up Flame Wardens like so. Because that's also this is after his movement, but I can say before his movement, that puts him in a position to, he can try to charge my chariots to make a 10.
Quite hard.
If he fails it, my Flame Wardens can counter charge. Either the Chariots or the Shabties. So it's risky for him.
Definitely.
And I think I thought basically if he commits the Sphinxes to my spearman, they will get my entire backline, but they will be out of the game. So what he does, he turns 2 of the Sphinxes. One Dread Sphinxes have fly, so they just fly over the piece of impossible, stand right in front of the Queen's Guard. And what he does is he jumps one of his pharaohs out of the Chariot unit to shaft the Flame Wardens, just to buy him a turn. But because the Pharaoh is tanky enough, so he will probably not die,
No.
and he will counter charge. And like if I charge the Flame Wardens in there, the princess can't charge that Pharaoh. And then he has Sphinxes to help a lot. So I bought me a turn on my aggressive move. I bought me a turn, but and he jumps out with the Pharaoh, and this changed everything because I was really unsure about his Chariot star with the 2 pharaohs.
Yeah.
But with 1 pharaoh, I'm not unsure. I win it.
Yeah, definitely.
And okay, if he wants to do this move, okay, but then he should have backed up, and he didn't. He stayed at a 10, like a 18, so 10 in charge.
You probably forgot the guy to reroll, right?
No, he didn't.
Okay.
We talked about it after. So basically, he's tempting me to charge, but now, from my perspective, there's no risk. In this situation, I even think, even if I fail the charge, I will take it. I will throw all my spells to buff my Chariots, and hope he charges in, because he has a lot of impact hits, but those impact hits are strength 4.
Yeah, there's nothing to that.
And those impact hits doesn't have lethal strike. And then it's a grind, and against only 1 pharaoh, I even think I could win the grind, but I would rather have the charge. But okay, I will go on. I won't stay here. But this was like a very important turn. So he jumped it out. He rearranges his army. My turn 3. Princess declare charge. Flame Wardens declare charge. Spearmen just angle up a little bit, just to make it so. I don't remember why. Ah, no, that comes later. So this is only a picture of charges. So I charge in, and I make it. It's a 10 on a reroll. I make it on the first try.
Nice.
The spearman reforms to be in bus formation, and move a little to the left, so to make it a long charge for his cav. I think it's not very long, but if he makes it and I kill 1, I'm steadfast.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he needs like a 9. My characters, this was a bit of a risk, but I think I was smart here too, because both my BSP and mage are in Queen's Guard. Of course, I'm gonna throw everything, every shooting onto the Sphinx in front of me.
Definitely.
But if I don't kill it, I don't want him to charge in and get my characters like on the free.
Yeah.
His Battle Sphinx have a breath weapon and can move. I think it's a threat range of 20 or something like that, 18 maybe. I don't really remember. But I jumped them both outside of range from breath weapon. His Dread Sphinx can charge the BSP if he wants to. I didn't have range for anything else. Spearmen are in bus, rest makes it. So in shooting, I put 4 wounds on the Sphinx in front of me, so he has 1 wound left.
Nice.
In combat, looks like so. Alright, in combat, we can start with the main combat. So I get a flaming sword. So of course I try to. Oh, also what I did here. At the moment, my characters, my flaming sword and awaken the beast, are 18-inch range.
Right.
So they are out of range to buff the chariots, and I really wanted to. So they jump out. So now both are within 80.
All right.
So I get Flaming Sword through on the Chariots, no other buffs. I decide to. I don't issue any challenge. He issues with a champ. I accept with my general, so his general can't strike on mine because he has multiple wounds against me. If he hadn't issued a challenge, I would turn off his general's ward save and put everything to kill him.
Okay.
But he issued a challenge, so I'm off the hook. My general kills the champ, of course, and my other prince allocate all attacks to the units just to make sure. I want to just crumble him as much as possible.
Definitely.
No, I put some. I put prince attacks on the. I put some attacks on the general also.
Why?
Because I still turned off his ward save. I didn't turn off Godslayer.
Oh, okay. So you try to at least super a wound through.
Yeah, so he only has toughness 6. I wound him on 3+ because I'm Flaming Sword.
Yeah.
And he has like no save against it.
Pretty good odds.
So it was basically both I hit on 3s.
Wound on 3s.
Wound on 3s or wound on 2s. That was the only difference. Man, you're tired.
Yeah, definitely.
So after combat, looks like so. He has his general left on 1 wound, and a Chariot left on 2 wounds maybe, or something like that. Flame Wardens also win combat, but the guy has 6 wounds, so I think he's left on like 3 or something like that. And the Sphinx are left on 1 wound. So here, still looking good, but he still has like 2 more Sphinxes, so you never know. But the Chariot Star was the biggest threat.
Definitely, at the beginning of the match.
Yeah, so, and here I did another thing he didn't account for, which helped me out. I reformed Flame Wardens like so. So his Shabties can't charge in my Chariot Princess.
Oh yeah, blocking the flag.
Yeah, so because he was gonna go in there and try to help out. So his turn 3, he goes in with everything on the Flame Wardens, like so, and Dread Sphinx go into the Queen's card. Dread Sphinx charged the BSP who fled, and he redirects into the Queen's card.
Okay.
That's basically it. No shooting, no magic. In combat, we start with the Queen's card. I have spears, so I hit first on 2s, wound on 6s, AP2. He only has 1 wound left. Kill it. I crumbled his Chariot Star to death, and I lose the Flame Warden combat, of course. I break, but he sees that if he chooses that I flee to the left, the only unit he can't really come in contact with me because the Shabties and the Sphinx in the front miss my unit, and the Sphinx to the right needs like a 12, so he's too far away. So instead he says I run from the Shabties. He catches me, ends like so. And this is my turn. I killed his Chariot Star in his turn. So I reform like so. I charge Spearman into the right Sphinx and Chariot into the left, meaning if I kill the Chariot and overrun, I can fight again.
Ah, nice.
And here, he's pretty fucked. He can't do much about it. So all my shooting just try to kill. I think I tried to kill his other Pharaoh. And now I'm freed up, so I'm trying to make sure I can grab the objective as well. So my archers start marching towards his deployment zone, and make it in like so. The spearmen failed the charge, Despair the princess, kill the Sphinx, overrun into the other Sphinx. He just tried desperate move, tried to charge in and maybe get lucky and kill a chariot and swing the combat. So in his turn we do that combat. So my archers keep marching. This is basically after game. So we end. All of this is nothing. So basically, what we saw from here was my archers will get into his deployment zone. He will pop. My spearmen. They charge here. First they fail charge, then they charge in again. And I was gonna try to overrun, and in my turn 6 march to get into his deployment zone. Because if I do, like he has 2 scoring units, I have 1 archer unit that can, and maybe the spearman.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm gonna try to use all my shooting to kill his scoring cav, while I'm trying to get both my scoring in. So basically now the only thing that it's up in the air is who's gonna get the objective.
Yeah, exactly.
So spearmen charge in, they overrun, they need a 5 to be able to reach the objective zone,
Okay.
and I roll a 4.
Got that.
So I roll a 4, and march 10, and I'm one inch outside. But I think either way it's fair because all my shooting focused his rightmost cav unit.
All right.
The other one goes into my deployment zone. I can touch it. So we draw on the objective.
All right.
And that's how the games end. And that was fair, the last one, because he didn't know the objective, so the deployment zone was 16 inches. Oh, it was secure target, this deployment. It wasn't marching columns. Secure, no, counter thrust. When you push each other back.
Yeah.
So the deployment type is 16 inches. And if he had used the full 16 inches, he could have hidden behind the piece of impossible to keep himself from dying and still grab the objective. But he didn't know that. So it was fair enough. We drew on the objective. But other than that, it was a big win to me. So I got max points without objective. It's 17-3.
Really?
Yeah.
Good job.
Thank you very much.
So this tournament went quite well for you.
Very well, actually.
Chariots are back.
Chariots are back, man. So it ended in the tournament. I ended up at 8th place.
8th?
Yeah.
Really?
But I don't know why, but I got 1 point minus on painting.
Motherfucker.
So that took me down to 9. But I'm still considering myself an 8.
Damn right you do.
So really good, actually.
What was the negative for painting? Did he tell you?
No, I didn't know, because during the tournament, like when the award, I was 8th. And like on the night or the day after, he had applied all the painting scores. And then I would drop down to 9th. So I wasn't there.
The guy who took your place, did he have a full painting score?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, fuck that, you're 8th.
But basically, it went really well. We're not gonna drag this out because David looks really tired. But you got any comments on the game or the tournament in general?
Yeah, I got comments on the tournament. Good job. In the top 10 out of 64?
64, yeah.
64 players at top 10. That's a hell of a good spot.
I was really happy about it, yeah.
And in conclusion now then, when you faced, well, a variety of opponents. I don't know, I'm not searching for words here.
Yeah?
When you face so many different opponents, what do you think about the list?
I think it's good.
You like I like the princess.
The princess absolutely did their job. Like, okay, to keep it short, like everything in my army did what they were supposed to. Like at 4,005, I have a few changes I want to do, but I don't know how I can in 4.5k.
Okay.
We have a tournament coming up in 5k where I can do it, and I will. Like for example, a Pyromancy Master instead of an Adept would swing a lot of matchups. Not out of those I faced, not a lot, but like out of all the Highborn Elf players, all the Orcs players, all the a lot of armies, it would have helped a lot.
Okay.
I noticed when I went through like all the armies. So that's something I really want to fit in, but I'm capped at characters at 4.5.
Yeah.
So to save points, I need to either skip the ring or downgrade one of the princes to a command, and I don't want to do that.
Nope.
So in 4.5, that's not gonna happen. Rest of the list, like the only thing that's flexible is the Queen's Guard could be Reaver Chariot or something like that. But everything worked fine, so I'm not like I'm satisfied with this list. I think, and really like if going from the games I had, it's really hard to grab points out of it. Like if I don't want to, because you know the Saurian Ancient game, he got 0 points from me, and the Demon Legions player got 0. So two of my games, my opponent got 0 points from me.
That's pretty good.
So it seems like a solid list. Like it,
Definitely.
like if my opponent makes a mistake or something, I can push and use it. And if my opponent want to take risk, it can go either way. Like I don't have to push. I took a lot of small wins, but it's fine.
Yeah. The end result is all that matters.
Yeah. So really satisfied. But in my 5k list, it probably will be a Pyromancy Master, because Elves are really popular, Orcs are really popular. It's for some of the matchups too. Like Dread Elves aren't that popular, but Pyromancy is great. Wood Elves, same.
Oh, definitely.
So it's like 5 or 6 armies that shows up on the regular that Pyromancy would be a master would help out a lot. So I'm probably gonna try to fit that in. And in this game, I don't want to say it was luck, but it was like at turn 2-3, he had a lot of pressure on me, and I just managed to pull it out. So this is a hard list. Like I don't know if I would be like confident if you're gonna play that list again. I would be like, it's gonna be rough.
Yeah, definitely. It's a hard list, but your list is very good too. Very good. Yeah.
Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. That's it. Hopefully it won't take a year until the next battle reports.
We hope.
Alright.
Take care.
Take care.